Okay, guys, we are back today. We have our first couple on the channel. We have our first beautiful young couple right here. Miss Lady, what's your name?
Michelle.
We have Michelle, Young King right here.
I'm Felipe.
Felipe, how about the doggy?
Oh, this LB.
LB.
Ladybug.
Yes, 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 man. I appreciate you guys' time.
Oh yeah, man.
How long have you guys been out here on the streets? It is so hot in Vegas today.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I know you
Even
guys be hot some days, right?
oh yeah, man. This is the middle of the desert. You
You
know.
think that this would actually be too warm, but once you get in that shade and that sun goes down, it actually gets cold this time of year.
Yeah, right. That's
You
true.
know?
Yeah,
It's
so
hot during the day, yeah, but as soon as that sun goes down, we're in the desert. That shit gets cold. Excuse my language. I gotta remember not to.
yeah, you know.
So let's start from the top. How did you guys end up on the streets? Let's start there from
Oh
the
well.
gut.
I became homeless about almost a year before I met her, and it was COVID. I lived in an apartment complex where a guy caught COVID and subsequently died, and the leasing manager refused to extend any more leases or even like let us, go on. He pretty much closed it down and condemned it, and that's what put me out because then I didn't have first month's next month's rent for another place.
Right.
The foundations and what they wasn't housing us. You know, it was pretty much sleeping in a graveyard. You know, but they do try to help where they can, but it's no real like realistic time frame for it. So I was almost homeless about a year before I met her.
Yeah.
Wow. So COVID.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is insane. I hear that story a lot too.
It's it's
I hear that
it's
story a lot.
it's the biggest displacement epidemic I hope we'll see in our lifetime. You know, because that thing changed the way the world works. You know, it took people that were comfortable in their situations and lifestyles, and it pretty much shut it down. You know, and those that couldn't acclimate and find something to do during COVID to profit off of it,
Right.
it put them at a financial standstill, and it costs to live, man. Water costs, food costs, and
Yeah.
like so it
Even throwing your garbage away.
yeah, getting rid of your own garbage that you pay for, you got to pay for it.
Up in Alaska, where I grew up, and shit, you burn your garbage.
That's where you from?
Yep.
Alaska.
Yep.
Wow. What part?
Wasilla,
Okay.
Alaska. I was born in Anchorage, which is an hour away from Wasilla. But I lived in Anchorage till I was 8, and then moved out to Wasilla and lived there until I was 26. And then moved down here to the lower 48 to be with my grandma before she passed away. I got to spend 2.5 years with her before she passed.
Oh wow. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Sorry to hear that.
But it was cool because she didn't write a will or anything. She spent time with each family member, and that because she was an 9-year survivor of cervical cancer.
Nah, there ain't no smokers, man. I'm working, man. I'm the voice of the streets, man. Appreciate it.
And there you go, you got you another fan, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Hopefully,
right?
right? Yes, sir. He said, see you everywhere.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I mean, one thing, it's really good that you got time to spend
Yeah.
with your grandma, too. Sure. Um, because a lot of grandmas passed during COVID.
Yep. My dad actually.
They're
It's
dead.
been a year. My dad passed. That's the whole reason why we ended up coming home.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He was a Vietnam vet, 18 years Army.
I'm so sorry. He passed away.
Yeah, he had COPD and he went in for normal pneumonia and caught COVID in the hospital.
Wow.
Going to the hospital to get better and catches COVID.
What year was this?
It was last year. It was.
Yep, 2022.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry about that. And that's how you basically got in this position, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we were me, my mom and dad, and my fiance Felipe, we all became homeless together back when I lost my apartment and my parents lost their apartment because of rent issues and stuff, because my mom and dad were helping my sister, and I I'm on disability, and I've been on disability since I was 20, so I'm on a fixed income. My dad had his pension, he was on a fixed income, but he was helping my sister out. And that, so them helping my sister and everything ended up making it to where they lost a certain amount of money during the month and were having issues paying their rent. And my ex went crazy, held me at gunpoint for 4 days, and he ended up we broke up. He went to prison for like 2 years for it, and then I ended up meeting Felipe, and I couldn't be happier. He doesn't. He's everything that I've asked God for in a husband. And even Ladybug here, I've had her for 6 years, and she absolutely loves her papa. He gave her middle name, Ladybug Jane. It's Ladybug Jane Della Silva Hodges.
I love that. Oh, wow. So, how do you guys survive out here on the streets as a couple? And you also have you guys' child right here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that could be like a lot more challenging, right?
Very.
Yeah, it's a lot of things to it, but I mean, me personally, I'm not employed, but you know, I work. You know, I just find things to do, find things to that I can sell, barter.
Right.
You know, around here it's a big infrastructure of people with bikes. You know, so it was something I never picked up as a kid, but now, you know, I help cats with their bikes, acquiring them, getting tubes, different rims and stuff, just networking and meeting people, and then really pretty much anything that'll turn a dollar. You know what I'm saying? That's honest work. You know, I do. And like you said, it is hard being in a relationship out here because it's no set work hours, but I know she has to eat every day.
Right.
I know my dog has to eat and have water every day.
Right.
I refuse to let my quality of life decline because of my situation. So we wear clean clothes. You know, we still have aspirations and things that we want. You know, and so it's just it's a challenge. But that challenge and meeting that standard is what keeps me from just being around or just hanging out or you know getting with the wrong people to try to make money, you know, and that's really pretty much what done kept, like I'm gonna say, part of the way we've been able to stay together is because of that. Because I'd rather be out by myself trying to make some money to come bring something to her, get some food or something, than be out here hanging out with these dudes selling drugs and stuff, or you know what I'm saying, just doing something that's gonna put me in a position to be taken away from her.
Yeah.
You know, because regardless of who helps or what foundation helps or where we can go to, you know, a food bank or something like that or clothing, I know she looks to me to provide. So that's my major responsibility.
Most definitely. I definitely respect that, man. There's men out here in the world that is not homeless, but still have those same responsibilities, but put themselves first before they put their family first.
Yeah.
So you got a good heart, man. You got a good heart, man.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
lot of people out here who's on the streets due to COVID and stuff. And man, these people was once working class humans, right?
Yep, just like everybody else,
And
you
most
know.
people, the average person, just see them and instantly judge them.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah,
And
that's
then on top of it being a mixed couple,
yeah.
that is like one of the things that really irks
How is that?
me, because they'll automatically assume that I'm a certain way and he's a certain way.
Right.
Like people in stores will end up like they'll look at him and treat him a certain way. Like even at an apartment complex, he was charging his phone in a laundry room, and the maintenance guy wouldn't let him go get his phone because he left it in there. He wouldn't open the door. That's all he had to do was open the door, and it fell behind the wash machine, and he wouldn't do it. I go over there without him, and he's like with me and stuff, but they didn't know that we were together. And I asked him if he can open the door so I can get the phone. He opens the door and lets me get the phone and everything. And I hand the phone over to him and I said, "Here, baby, here's your phone." And the guy's jaw dropped. And he's like, that's, I'm like, "Yes, this is my husband."
Yeah.
So basically racism.
Yeah, race are lucky that it isn't. But they have this like profile, and I've had people tell me, "Oh, I'm surprised you're a lot smarter than I thought you were," or "I'm surprised that you know that," or things like that. That you would usually like just kind of shrug off, but then I kind of take offense to because it's like I'm not the prettiest dude in the world. I know that. I'm lucky to have a wife this beautiful.
Me,
You know,
he's the most handsomest man in the world.
yeah, but people somewhat like deal with me like I'm a Neanderthal or like I'm some type of
Preacher.
just a monster, and I've learned to take the anger out of it or not grow angry, but now it's just surprising to see so many people be so ignorant, and I smile and I just shake my head at it and they're kind of ask like what's going on, and I'll be like, it's sad that you that close minded. Like I'll tell them like because you're a cool person, but to know that that's how you think about stuff that's saddening,
Right.
and because people don't give people the time, to experience them and see who they are. Like I said, they close their mind off, they close any idea of any kind of like altruistic, encounter or association or conversation, and they think there's something to it. And like I said, it's because of what they call situational trauma. They can't get over the fact that that's what they experienced. So then they put their profile on people so that they don't have to deal with them. But I'm somebody's son. I'm somebody's brother. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be somebody's father.
Yes,
And so I'm still a person, and I deal with everybody equally and I deal with everybody fairly, because it'd be ignorant of me to be closed minded and not give somebody a chance to, be themselves. That's hindering somebody. And we get a lot of that. We get a lot of that. I've been, you know, accused of being a pimp. I've been accused of all types. They ask her, "Oh, he hits you, doesn't he?" All types of things that have never happened in our relationship. Yeah, and it's just because of the closed mindedness to it. Because you don't have people out here that like you who just roll up and talk to people. They have the conversational skills to just say hi.
yes,
Like, can I have a second, or just encounter somebody with an open heart and a blank scape. There's always something to it.
yes.
Like the guy that just passed by.
Right.
It,
He
it,
instantly judged you guys as being junkies.
and totally
Like, bro,
disrespected us.
what?
Totally disrespected us and
Driving around in a nice Mercedes.
but if
Be
you were
sure
to
your life is great.
but if you were to find out why or how he got his Mercedes,
Yeah.
you might say, well, that's kind of messed up for him to call them that, and he's one of these. If
Yeah.
that was his situation,
Yeah.
but it's so easy to judge people, and nowadays. Oh wow, nowadays it's so common to see it, and it's so commonplace that it's become normal. Like it's a normality.
Yeah.
It's kind of what's expected of people, and
Yeah.
people would rather stay down in Houston, Texas, and I graduated college. And I can say that I've met smarter, more intelligent, more like unique people out here that are homeless just because of this situation than I have in any of the universities I've been to, in any of the states I've been in. Because we have to live. We come from somewhere, so there's automatically a story to it.
Right. Y'all
You know,
have to survive.
we,
So if you guys have anything you would like to say to the people that would see this, family, friends, do you have anything that you would like to let them know? Somebody you miss? Anything? Now is the time.
go ahead, baby.
Yeah. If any of my family, I'm alive, I'm okay. Because being homeless here, I've lost contact with all my family. I don't know where my mom is. I don't know where my sister is, and they're the only two I have left in Vegas here, and I don't know where they're at
And
or
then
how to
you're
get a
in
hold of
Vegas,
them.
right?
Mhm.
You guys in the same city.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're both in the same situation I'm in. They're homeless too, and it's hard to keep in communication with
Yeah.
them because of being able to have a phone, being able to have the phone and charge it, being able to go and charge your phone. The little things in life that people like take for granted: electricity, water, a roof over their head, a bed to sleep in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of our subscribers would like to help you guys, by donating food, clothes, money, housing, anything,
Yeah.
any type of help, you have a way for them to contact you guys: Facebook, Instagram,
You want to give me your
email,
phone number?
I
phone
don't know.
number,
You have it.
anything.
My phone's dead.
Uh-oh.
Email.
I got email.
Yeah, she has an email.
Okay. Yeah.
And
That's
it's Shellbell. That's SHELLYBELLAK8725 at gmail.com.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. Nah.
Thank you guys so much for your time. Best wishes to you guys. Please stay safe out here, and we will definitely do a follow-up for sure.
Yeah.
Right on.
Just
love you guys.
Love you too,
guys
man. Just
too.
keep your head up. That's all you got to do. Keep your head up. Stay positive.
Don't judge a book
Sir.
by its cover.
Thank you guys.